Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you something really interesting. How to create a trading strategy in StrategyQuant X with the help of ChatGPT. Artificial intelligence is becoming a bigger and bigger help in trading, and we will use it to help us design and improve our strategy. You will see how easy it is to generate ideas, tune parameters and bring a strategy to life without the need for deep programming knowledge. So if you're interested in how to connect AI and algorithmic trading, stay with me and let's get to it. So I'm in ChatGPT and first I'm going to ask ChatGPT how to do it properly. So I'll put a question in the prompts. Based on this, ChatGPT will tell me how to ask him. I copy the text in italics and paste it back into the query box. And then I modify that query to say that I want the time frame to be D1. I'll remove the rest of the questions, or the risk management method, etc. I'll add that I want the strategy to trade using mean reversion. And I run the query. And ChatGPT immediately starts generating some draft entry condition for me. We can see that here the Bollinger Band is used, the RSI indicator, the conditions for entering short, the conditions for exiting the trade, position size risk management, even though I removed it. So I'm in StrategyQuant X in the Algo Wizard module, where I've built a strategy as instructed by ChatGPT. Bar close closes below the Bollinger Band. RSI is less than 30. Uptrend, i.e. price is above SMA 200. The exit condition is if the close exceeds the mean Bollinger Band, which is an exponential moving average with a period of 20. Here you see on the right the result of this strategy for the period from 2009 to 2025 through January 17th for the S&P 500 futures. If we switch to the S&P 500 index for CFDs and run the full test, we can see that the strategy is also profitable, being here there is a much bigger swing compared to futures. When we look at the more detailed results, we first see a gain in the overall picture. We see 77% successful trades. We see that the average profit was 21, the average loss was 22. That means it's roughly 1-to-1. We see that in some years the strategy did not trade because the conditions for entry into the strategy were not met. What I'm most interested in at the outset is how long such a trade was held. Here we see that the strategy relatively holds most trades for over 100 days, here even 200 almost, and here slightly over 200. Which in the case of CFDs is completely unacceptable. If we look in MetaTrader 4, what the strategy looks like in the setup, we see Bollinger Bands and we see the RSI indicator. What's interesting is that the RSI indicator, if the close really closes below the lower Bollinger Band, the RSI indicator basically doesn't get to 30 at all. Barely here, slightly here, if we look, not here. Not here. Not here either. So based on that finding, we'll change the condition on the RSI and put 50 instead of 30 and try to retest the strategy. And we can see that we're getting a much better equity progression, and at the same time if we look at the list of trades and the time trades, we can see that we still have more trades here, but at the same time we have some increased time trades here. So what's also significant, here we see that the average gain has increased significantly compared to the average loss. We've increased the percentage of profitable trades and we've increased the share ratio. And we see that the strategy didn't just trade in 2023. And we continue on. In the advanced tab settings, I'll switch the strategy to template mode and change all the numerical values to random. I'll save. I'll switch to the build, where I'll load this template. I'll set the start date to the beginning of the data I have available for the S&P 500 from Dukascope. I'll put the end date at the end of 2016, which is 5 years. I don't need any building blocks. I'll click off here because I don't even need an exit condition, that's given by the template. We enter for the market and we don't need to have any valuation. And we drop the random generation. And we're already getting some strategies sprinkled in here. Very quickly. We're looking at the worst profit factor, which is 4.25. Get a drawdown ratio of 3.68. We will retest such strategies and run these strategies from 2017 to the end. Basically, the data I currently have available, loaded in StrategyQuant X. And we'll run the test. We can get the strategies to rank by profit. We can see that nothing is losing, but we can also see that these are 1,000 identical strategies. Which, of course, makes no sense. And we still have a large number of days here, of course. And if we look at the source code, we still have Bollinger Bands period 20, RSI 14, EMA 20. Well, that didn't quite work out. The strategy looked promising, but once it went through testing, it turned out to be no golden vein. Still, I hope you found the video useful and that it helped you better understand how to test trading strategies in StrategyQuant X. Thanks for taking a look. If you liked the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. And now a little challenge. If this video gets 20 likes and gets 20 new subscribers within 7 days of posting, I'll make a special video on how to build profitable strategies based on Bollinger Bands that don't even need to pass robustness tests. So let's see if we can get into it. Take care and see you soon for the next video.